Este duelo, que se dio varias veces en Cuba, solo se daría a nivel de AAA acá en los Estados Unidos. Cuando Osvaldo militaba en la sucursal de los Rojos de Cincinnati y Toca con los Mets de Nueva York.
Let's get to the starting lineup. Pitch himself.
All right, thank you, fellas. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. First of all, for the Norfolk Tides, the top farm team of the New York Mets, Curtis Pride will lead off and play center field. Joe McEwing at third base, and Ryan McGuire bats third, plays left field. Mark Johnson, who leads the International League right now in home runs, will play right field and bat cleanup. Jorge Toca from Cuba will play first base. And
curiosamente, ambos llevaban el número 17 en sus espaldas.
There you get a good look at Osvaldo in the new home uniforms, fellas, sleeveless with pinstripes. Kind of reminds you of another team that wears.
El enfrentamiento es de 3 veces al bate. Veamos cómo les fue.
Runner from second, McEwing will tag and move up 90 feet, and it's first and third with 2 out. That ball looked like it was in on the fifth, a little bit of Johnson, and didn't carry very well out to right center.
What the outfielders were telling me as I stalked around and talked to a bunch of them before the game started was that when you're in the outfield, we've got some deep alleys here. It's 402 to center field, it's 380 out to the left center field alley, and 365 to the right center field alley, and there's plenty of room there to catch up to a baseball if you've got the speed. And the Riverbats seem to have really good speed in the outfield.
They really do. With Sanders, it certainly adds to it, but the center fielder, Bart T, is very quick, and Brady Clark moves around and has an excellent arm out in right field. Tides have runners at the corners with 2 out, and Fernandez will deal with the countryman here, Jorge Toca, who is from Villa Clara, Cuba. Osvaldo Fernandez, also from Cuba, not from the same town.
It'll be interesting to talk to the batters, too, after the game to see what they think of the backdrop. Jim, you were mentioning that it's kind of a see-through mesh out in center field right now.
Not as dark, I think, as they would like it, that's for sure.
Well, what they're worried about when I talked to them is the bridge. What is that, the 2nd Street Bridge that's back there, or the Kennedy Bridge that's back there? When it gets dark, the headlights are going to come through that and be a distraction.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see tonight when it gets dark just how much of a problem that is, if it is a problem at all.
Would you say they got a solid one coming? It's on order.
Well, they're going to check this one out, and if it's not what they like, they are able to make a change. At 1-1, a ball down and in from Fernandez, 2 balls and 1 strike. And to look at Toca, who's hitting .238 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Most of these players you'll see, guys, on both these teams, and Bob, you alluded to it earlier, have time in the major leagues. Toca has a little bit of time. AAA and the way that teams use AAA teams now has certainly changed in the last 10 years. Good off-speed delivery there from Fernandez, and a swing and a miss by Toca. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't know that I've heard any more praise for anyone connected with this field than I have for Tom Nielsen, who's the groundskeeper here. I mean, to a man, they have praised him for his work that he's not only done elsewhere, but what he's done with this ballpark as well.
Well, he's done a great job here. The grass looks phenomenal. The field looks phenomenal. He's put in many 15, 16-hour day to get this place looking like it looks now. At 2-2, a pop-up, shallow right field. Who can get it? In comes Clark, and out goes the second baseman Sexton, and he made the catch. The 2 almost collided out in right field, but they do make the grab. Runner third with 1 man out. You know, you're right, Scott. The signature carousel out in right. A lot of ballparks have some hot tubs. Some even have swimming pools. There are others that have the barber that cuts the hair during the game, but I've never seen a carousel in the outfield before.
That's new. You know who thought of that? Mayor Abramson, former Mayor Jerry, said that he knew that kids would like that, and that's just something that came to his mind years ago when he was thinking of ballpark here.
Toca lifts the fly ball to right field. We'll get to see the arm out there. Clark makes the catch. The runner tags. Here's the throw. They've got a shot, and the tag is not in time. Scoring the run is Ryan McGuire. The Tides add a 3rd run. He's on with 2 out in inning number 5.
I just sit here in semi-awe because you look around this ballpark, and you'll do it from time to time as you get this great vantage point that we've got here. There just isn't a bad seat when this happens.
You know, one of the great things about this ballpark, and Gary Ulmer, the president of the Riverbats, along with his father, Dan Ulmer, owner of the team, primary owner of the ball club, chairman of the board, went around to a lot of other different minor league ballparks that had been built and looked at things that they liked, saw some things that they didn't like, and they were able to bring a lot of those back. I like the overlook deck out in right center from Atlanta, and like the tiered picnic area out in right field via Florida's ballpark down there. The grassy berm is a very popular setup in most minor league ballparks now. Easy force play at second base off the bat of Jorge Toca forces Mark Johnson to end the Norfolk half.
And while we were away, ball 4, just what you don't want to do, put that leadoff hitter on with no outs here in the top of the 8th.
¿Y cómo le fue a Toca frente a un nuevo lanzador? Veamos.
Well, let's see. Jorge Toca, power hitter, will be up there. Nothing will happen before this visit to the mound. Coming into your picture will be the pitching coach of the River Bats, Grant Jackson.
With Brandy, we've got the stash. Back to you.
And we've got Mr. Soderstrom trying to get himself out of a little bit of trouble here. He's in a pickle because he walked the leadoff batter. He got nobody out.
Brandy had to get to the ballpark early because the batting practice starting around 4:30. A lot of those balls were clearing the fence 4:05 or 5:30. But that's
I wonder who she knows. Gates opened at 6, didn't they?
Gates opened at 6.
Huh? We have to investigate this, Kelch.
Just like you, Dominic. Connections can get anywhere, anytime.
There you go. Never pays for anything anywhere.
Never has. Usually gets paid. I don't understand it.
You know, one of the benefits for being here for 100 years is, oh, look at this big cut. Whoa, right up in his eyebrow.
That looks like you against the University of Louisville girls softball pitcher.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not sure I looked that good.
Nice off speed there to change him up.
Soderstrom gets ahead of Toca now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Meanwhile, the Bats have double action. Double barrel action out in their bullpen. The right-hander is Ted Rose, and the left-hander is Norm Charlton throwing down there.
Right.
Toca at 1 and 2, lines a base hit into left field, and now the go-ahead run is on with nobody out here in the 8th inning.